I'm Lauren Lewis with Power for Parkinson's, and it's Saturday morning, so it's time for Young Onset Parkinson's Disease Circuit Training Class. Welcome. For today's class, you'll need some light weights. If you want, you do not need to use the weights, but if you want to have them on nearby, we'll be using them for some of our exercises. You will need a chair or something to sit on that you can get out of comfortably. You remember that this class is a challenging class, and it's directed for people with mild symptoms of Parkinson's disease who can get on and off the floor fairly easily and can exercise standing for about an hour. So let's get going. I'm going to start off with a warm-up. You are welcome to join me in my warm-up, or you can run around the room. It's about 3 minutes, so come back and join me when you're after your 3 minutes, okay? I'm going to put on some music to get started. We want to just get that heart rate up nice and slowly and safely. There we go. So we're going to start off with a nice easy march. Let's add some arms. Inhale up and exhale down. Again, inhale up and exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up, exhale down. Last time, up and down. Stay right here and march. Right, left. Just swing those arms nice and comfortably for you. You just want to try to find that beat, get that heart rate up nice and gently. I'm going to add some arms to the march. Arms are going to go overhead, overhead. Anytime you raise those arms overhead, you're automatically raising your heart rate. So we're doing this nice and gently without having to throw the body all into crazy intense moves. All we have to do is raise the arms. All right, let's continue with the arms and bring it front. Push. Let's put that together with the up. Up and front. So now I'm throwing in a little pattern, throwing in a little warm-up for your brain. 4 more. All right, I'm going to add an out, pushing away. Ready, push. And we're warming up the arms, shoulders, warming up all the joints in the wrists and in the elbows, getting some fluid in there. Let's put those 3 moves together. We're going to go up, front, side, and front. Up, front, side, and front. Up, front, side, front. If you say it, sometimes it makes it a little easier to remember what comes next. Here we go. Up, front, side, front. Up, front, side, front. 2 more. Up, front, side, front. Last time. Up, front, side, and go back to the march. Good. Now we're going to take that march and go front and back, back. We're just marching. I'm just taking a different direction with the march. I'm marching front and marching back. Front and marching back. Changing direction, adding a little more intensity because I'm traveling. A few more. Front. If this throws you, just stay in place and march, but increase the intensity by making the arms a little bigger. We can add a little squat here to increase the intensity also. Your choice. 4 more. 3 more. 2. Last one. Then let's go back to marching in place. We're going to take those knees to a knee lift, clapping underneath, clap. Now we're increasing the intensity again and warming up those legs a lot more by lifting it nice and high. Try not to bow. Try not to drop your head. Try to keep your chest and shoulders nice and tall. Just lift those legs. 4 more. 3. 2. Good. Now we're going to take this and just double it up. 2 on each side. Let's take this and make it 4 on each side. More fun. Again. Let's go back to singles. Now we're going to take this and just take the opposite arm to the opposite knee. Increasing the intensity just a little more. Raising that heart rate just a little more. Warming up the abductors, adductors, inner and outer thigh. Warming up those glutes. quads, getting that heart rate up. I can feel it on me. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Let's take the leg to the side. Out, out, out. Add the arms. Out, out, out. Scissor those arms, get the heart rate up. Let's take it to doubles each side. Now we're working on balance because we're on one leg, shooting those arms out. 4 more. 3. Oh, my heart rate's coming up. 2. Last one each side. Let's go back to single knees. Ready, single. Good, let's take this back to a march in place. Bring those arms overhead. Oh, and exhale. Let's get that heart rate down nice and easy, safely. Good, so that was our warm up. We just got our heart rate up. We've got some blood and oxygen and moving a little more quickly throughout our body, getting all of our joints and muscles ready for exercise. Last 2. Last time. You never want to just stop when you're doing something cardio. You don't want to just stop because that can often be risky. It depends on each person, but it can be risky. It stops, your blood can pool, which means you can stop on all your limbs. Keeping it away from the heart can cause some dizziness. Just not worth it. Move slowly and catch your breath. A great way of catching your breath is take a nice long, one long deep inhale and take 4 slow counts to exhale. Let's do that again together. And now our heart rate, hopefully, is a little lower and a little more controlled and ready to start our exercise circuit. So I'm going to give you 6 exercises. Each one is focusing on a different or large muscle groups, different areas, different muscle groups. And each exercise also has a specific Parkinson's symptom focus. So as we go through them, I'll describe each one. The first exercise we're going to work on is a full body exercise. I want to get everything moving. We're going to be using arms, a lot of core, and legs. Full body. What we're going to do is a plank arm extension with a toe tap. So here it is. I'm going to start over here on the chair. Show it to you on the chair. Start off in a high plank. This is one way to do it. You don't have to do it this way. Start off in a high plank. Your body is all in alignment. One long line. We're going to start off with arm extensions, which means those arms go directly in front of you. Full body stretch. Reach, and now we do cross toe tap. So I'm going to take one hand to the opposite, crossing, touch your, that was my knee. Tap your toe. So it's reach, now toe, reach, toe. You can do this on a chair. You can do this on a wall. Same thing, everything, it's just the exact same thing. Lifting up, you're still in a diagonal, reach, toe, or you can join me on the floor. I'm going to be doing it here in a full range, in the full plank, high plank. My body is in a long line, reaching up. By the way, for balance, you may want to widen those legs. Reaching, tapping. Lots of balance lots of balance in this one too. So that'll be fun to work on. I'm going to give you 50 seconds to do this exercise, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. All 6 exercises will be done for 50 seconds. All right. And by the way, we're in this together. We got this, okay? We will do the entire circuit 3 times. So here's our first exercise. Hit the floor, get near your chair. Think about a full range of motion. Think about widening those legs, keeping your tummy tucked. Reach, toe. Reach, toe. Stay at your pace. Reach. The music is just on as background filler. You do not have to follow the beat. In fact, stay at your pace. Don't worry about the beat of the music. I'm trying to think, did I put on? No, I didn't. Okay, so that was for free. Those are for free. Now our 50 seconds is on. Now we go. That's what's so great about exercise. Because it doesn't matter how long or how short you do it. As long as you're doing it well and and at your pace. You got it. I never worry about how many I'm doing. I worry about how it feels. And I stop when it starts to not feel right. And that's okay. Whoops. Reach, cross. And there's our timer. Felt a lot longer than 50 seconds because we had those first 20 seconds or so that was not timed, right? All right, to get off the floor, put your stronger leg in front of you. Tuck your toe underneath to give you a little power, hands on your thigh, lean into it and come up. Head is above the heart. All right. First exercise, we'll be coming back to that. Don't you worry. The next exercise, you may want to use your weights. You do not have to. You will need your chair for this exercise. We're going to do a sit to stand to knee lift with a press and curl. So we start seated. I'm going to start with my arms right here. I'm going to work on, actually, I'm going to show you before I use the weights. We're going to come to a standing position and lift one knee. Sit down, come to a standing position and lift one knee. Sit down, standing position and lift one knee, and down. Now, if the lifting the knee really throws you, do this over by a wall or something that will help you, or give up on the knee. It's not that important. Come up and down, work on that. So for you, that's where you should be working. Your head and chest are way up here. Your feet are not underneath the chair. That's important. Your feet are in front of you. Your weight is on your heels. Okay, so for those of you that want to add more to it, we're going to start here. When you lift, reach. So it's a curl and a press with the knee. Curl and a press when you lift your knee. Lift, knee, lift, knee. If you don't have weights, you can do this without. And if the weights and the lifting the knee doesn't work, just right here is also a great option. So there's all kinds of different ways you can do this. They're all great. They're all perfect for you. All right, I'm putting on my music again. This time I'm going to hit the button. 50 seconds on the clock. And our music just to keep us going. Maybe. 50 seconds. Don't wait for me. You can start. Try to alternate the knees if you can think of it. Try to keep those elbows over by your ears. We're working quadriceps to get out of the chair, glutes pushing down to get out of the chair, and of course, front of leg lifting. We're working balance. We're working core. Whenever you lift your knee hip height or higher, your core, your abdominals kick in. So this is really another full body exercise. We're using arms, biceps, and shoulders. Lots of large muscle groups here. And there's our 50 seconds. That went a lot quicker, I think. I'm going to move the chair out of the way. Actually, I'm going to use the chair for my next exercise. You may want to use the chair as well. The next exercise is a plyometric. Plyometric means a jump or a large explosion. A plyometric push-up. Yeah, really. Depending on your level and what's going on with your body, plyometric push-up, you can do this totally on the floor. I'm going to show you. I don't think I can do one, but you can do it on the floor. Push. I did one. Push. You can do it on your knees. Full body. Make sure that your body is long and lean. You're not way up here lifting. Your body is long, and you're going to push. Push. So you're bending those arms, coming down and doing a push-up. You can join me over here in the chair. I'm going to stay on my knees. I'm going to try to get my body nice and long and push away and just push away. I'm landing on those hands and pushing away, getting used to that landing and pushing. You can do this even on the wall, which is I think how I did it a few weeks ago when we did this. Right here, long and lean, push away. Long and lean, push away. Make sure your body is in a diagonal on any of those levels. I'm going to stay down here today. You can join me on the floor, on the chair, on the wall, wherever. 50 seconds on the clock. Here we go. on any of these, you're pushing away. Now, what are we working? Large muscles. We're working chest, working shoulders, working biceps, and core. Everything is working. Not quite full body, but pretty close, right? A lot of large muscles, a lot of strength training here, but also a little cardio because of that push, that powerful push. Seconds. All right. If you're on the floor, one leg comes on in front of you, hands on. Lift yourself up. Make yourself some room for the next exercise. We're going to be doing squats. These are walking. Oops, I thought I turned it off. No such luck. Now I did. All right, so these are walking squats. I'm working on direction. This is all a lower body exercise. We're really not using much upper body at all. You can add your weights if you want to make the squats a little harder. But here's what I would like you to do. You're going to start off with your legs together and do a squat right here. A squat is chest is up, head is up. You're sitting back as if there's an invisible chair behind you. Squat. I like to throw my arms way in front when I squat because that allows me to sit deeper. It's a balance. You're going to squat. Then you're going to come forward in a wide squat. Step, step, wide squat, then step back with the same leg. Step in, narrow squat. Now the opposite leg goes front, front, squat. Same leg goes back, 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 squat. So I'm alternating legs. I'm sitting way down into that squat. There's a chair behind me, a pretend invisible chair. I'm squatting wide, using my legs differently each time. So a wide squat uses your body very differently than a narrow squat. And that's what we're working on, strengthening those large muscles. All right, 50 seconds on the clock. Music on, maestro. Here we go. Concentrate on what leg is moving. Work on stepping forward and back. This may require doing this next to a chair for balance. That's fine. I'm going to take my chair right here. Keep it near me so that if I need it, I've got it. Front, squat, and I've got this chair. Still using those large muscles even when I'm holding the chair. It's just for balance. Nice wide and narrow. Wide. Your pace. See if those arms in front of you don't help. Keep your balance a little better. And there's your 50 seconds, okay. We are still gonna do 2 more rounds of this, so if you didn't get it this time, you'll get it next time. Okay, the next exercise we're gonna do is a row. This one's all for core, it's just all core. Let's grab those weights. You don't have to have a weight, you can just use your hand. I'm going to take one weight on the floor. We're sitting down on the floor. I'm going to put the weight on one side of my body here. I'm going to do a roll up right here. I'm going to do a roll up, which means I'm using my entire spine. I'm going to feel each vertebrae as I come up, rolling up. I'm going to grab with my opposite arm, take that weight, and bring it to the same side. So I'm here. I'm going to roll down and roll up, grabbing that opposite arm, grab that weight, and put it down. So it's a swap and drop, swapping and dropping with a roll up. All right, I'm going to keep this here, keeping sideways so you can keep an eye. There are all kinds of modifications. You can bring your arms in front to help you lift, that's fine. Make sure that you're making your tummy nice and tight. You're contracting that muscle even before you lift. And on the roll down, make sure you're not flopping down, that you're rolling down. All right, 50 seconds on my clock. Music maestro. Here we go. And I'm going to keep my hands here, swap, and roll down, or here, swap, or make it more fun. And you know what that means. Here, or here. It doesn't matter. They're all different levels. See which one you like best. I kind of favor the cross the shoulder. I kind of like that one for me, but you you need to do what you favor, the one that you like the best, that you're really challenging yourself, you already made it this far, you might as well make it harder and a little more challenging. It's only 50 seconds. Go at your pace, slower, makes it a little more muscular, faster makes it a little more cardio. I'm going to use that leg and come up once again. Get the weight out of your way because we don't want to trip. All right, the next exercise is our last exercise, and we're going to skip. You have your choice. As always, you can skip all the way around your room, and I'll yell stop when it's over. Or you can skip in place, step, hop, step, hop. The purpose of this exercise, we're using all the large muscles. We're using your core, we're using your quads, using your arms because I want your arms to come up. Full body exercise, but this one's really about speed and cardio. I want to get your heart rate up, and I want you to try to push yourself a little faster than everything we've done so far and in the other 5 exercises. So this is great, but not for what we're looking for today. We're looking for a little bit higher. Now you never have to jump. I'm not going to jump. You never have to jump to get that heart rate up. You notice I'm just bending a little lower. So that's your choice. Do what works for you. Here we go. By lifting those arms, remember we talked about this in the beginning during our warm-up. By lifting the arms over the head, you get your heart rate up. I want you to think about using the opposite and swing those arms also. Not just, I don't want you to use both arms for this skip. I want you to really make it a skip. Step, hop, opposite arm. As if you were skipping around the room. Let's get that heart rate up. Woo! Come on down. If you're not jumping, come lower. That'll get that heart rate up. Using muscles in a slightly different way, a little harder. Stay with it. Sounds like game show music, doesn't it? Well, it's royalty free. What can you do? All right, let's get that heart rate down safely. Once again, safely by moving around the room slowly, inhaling, exhaling. All right, let's get that heart rate down while I explain the next series. We're going to do the same exact exercises. We're going to start off with the plank. We're going to move to our the chair standing, then do the plyometric push-ups. We're going to do all the exact same exercises. But now I'm going to tell you why they benefit for Parkinson's symptoms. The first exercise, we're working on contralaterally. We're working on not just range of motion first, full body. Your body is long and lean, full. You can watch your arms, make sure that they're fully extended, range of motion. We don't want anything bent. We want to make sure that you're reminding the brain to go fully extended. And then from here, we're going into a full extension of each arm. So now your body is even more fully extended. Then, the second part of the exercise, we're crossing that midline, using the brain more fully, but we're also going to the opposite, reminding the brain for gait, for walking, using those opposites. Really important. Many people, not everyone, many people lose that motion. So we want to always just reiterate, reinforce all of these motions. So let's get down, on the floor or on the chair or wherever you want to do these 50 seconds. Instead of thinking about the motion, the large muscles, now I want you to think about the movement for Parkinson's. So I want you to really think about fully extending and then reminding yourself to reach to the opposite. Okay? 50 seconds. Here we go. Oh, we're also working balance. Extra. We're working on balance. I forgot to mention that. And that's something everybody has difficulty with age. Although it is a very, very common symptom of Parkinson's. I love this because I feel like I'm really using my entire body. I feel like I'm safe because I'm only a few inches off the floor. And there's our 50 seconds. Head up, hands on, and up. The next exercise was the chair with your dumbbells if you want. You don't have to. This is also a balance exercise. Working on balance, you're coming out off the chair and lifting on one leg. Working range of motion if you want by lifting those arms. Fully extended. This is not what I'm looking for. That's a different exercise. And for this particular exercise, it's not really what we're trying to do. Working on range of motion. Fully extending those arms overhead. So you may not want to use the weights when you're thinking about that. You may want to really just focus on lifting those arms without the weights. Fully extended. The other thing we're working on is leg strength for gait. Making sure that you can lift yourself up, your own body weight up off the chair. So think of that. Woohoo! Think of that. And here we go. Don't wait for me. Pushing on your heels. Please make sure your knees are in front of you. They're not under the chair. Make sure your heels, you're pushing on your heels. You're reaching for a full range of motion. Lift that knee, not just off the floor. We want to lift that leg really high because we want to remind the brain to lift. It's not about working that muscle when we're talking about Parkinson's. We're talking about lifting. Lifting that leg nice and high so that when you walk, that leg lifts. It doesn't shuffle. All right, now because of the weight, because my hands are going over my head, my heart rate's coming up. So I'm also getting my heart rate up, feeding my brain with blood and oxygen. So there's a real big plus. And that's our 50 seconds right there. If you hear the timer, we're going to keep that chair here for our plyometric push-ups. If you heard our interview this week with Jimmy Choi, he talked about doing burpees for fear of falling. He wanted to train his brain how, if he falls, to save the fall. That's why I throw these in. It's really to train the brain and teach yourself that when you start to fall, that you soften the elbows, land in a soft position, come down, and then you can pull yourself away. If you land in a stiff position, you're not going to be able to brace that fall, and you can hurt your wrists and your fingers and your elbows. That's how you get hurt. You have to be really loose. So we're practicing reminding the brain so when it does happen, you can land and push, or at least land softly, at least land here, and then lift yourself up from there. All right, so that's the thinking, the Parkinson's thinking behind this, but it's also a really great shoulder, chest, arms exercise. So there's a benefit no matter what the reason you're doing it. All right, music's on. Timer's on. Oh, I wanted to add my pillow for this because my knees are killing me. Here we go. Push. Woo! Push. Push. Pull your belly tight. Make sure your body is in one long line. Try not to let your hips fly up. Push with those palms. Land with a bent elbow. Seconds. Make sure to exhale. Don't hold your breath. All right. Thank goodness. That is not my favorite. Leg in front. Come up. The next exercise is the front back squats. The Parkinson's focus on this is direction, moving in both directions, moving forward and then moving backwards. And again, changing direction for some people becomes more and more difficult. So you want to practice it all the time before it becomes so difficult that it affects your life. All right, I'm going to put my timer on, working on my squats, going nice and deep. We're still working on gait, still strengthening those legs. Let's get this out of the way so I don't go flying on that. The music comes on, the weight timer is on. And here we go. Try to keep changing the lead leg. Don't use the same leg the whole time. If you can, take nice big steps. If you can, work on changing that length of the step also. That's a great practice for working on gait also. So you're not taking those little steps. You want to make sure that your mind, your brain remembers to take big steps. And by focusing and exaggerating these steps, you're reminding the brain to do that. This is all cognitive. It's all about training the brain. It's all about building new neural pathways or reinforcing the ones that you have. All right, nice job. Those were great. All right, so where are we now? We're now on the roll-ups. This is core. This is all about balance. The stronger your core is, the better your balance can be. So this is all about balance, but we're crossing the midline. We're going to the opposite side, and we're pulling and dropping it. So we're still reinforcing a lot of gait motions and movements, while we are strengthening our abs and working on balance as well. Okay, so enough said. Hit the floor. 50 seconds. If you don't have a weight, you still get to touch and roll down. Cross and cross. Just keep switching. Remember to alternate one side, and then you roll up and use the other side. So we're crossing on both sides. I kind of like these too. You like these? I like these. All right, started to wonder how long I could do those for. I think I reached my limit. Hands on your leg, come on up. The last exercise is our skipping. And the skipping is all about skipping. It's all about making the body move faster. Many people experience the slowness of the body. Smaller steps, just slower writing, slower speaking, slowness of the body. You can actually make your body move faster by making your body move faster. So we're gonna do that skipping motion, try to go a little faster than everything we've done, forcing the body to move a little faster, and also always reinforcing that opposites. And that's why I was asking, instead of using both arms to skip, instead of doing this, try to use the opposites just to reinforce that motion. All right, here we go. 50 seconds. Come on down if you're not jumping. Come on down, chest up, head up. There you go. Or you can have some fun. But I'm not gonna jump. I'm gonna keep it low. I need to be good to my body. Jumping's not good for this body. Used to be. Whew. All right, I'm gonna get it up. Let's go. Heart rate's up, heart rate's down, walk it off, walk it off. The last set, all the same exercises one more time, last time. This is the last chance to really get it done. So do your best, work as hard as you can. We are only doing 6 more exercises. That's it for this part of the exercise. Stay, don't turn me off after this, because we are going to be working on balance at the end of the class. So stay with me. The next round of the circuit, we're also going to be adding a brain challenge. Okay, so we're going to start off with that plank with full arm extensions. Each time you lift an arm, I want you to try to come up with a holiday song. So there's 1, there's 2, and then you have some time to think about it, and then come up with 2 more, 1 and 2. If you can't come up with enough or soon enough, then come up with 1. Don't worry about it for the other 3 motions, and then come up with another one. So the point is that you try to come up with songs using your brain in a different way than your body is moving, okay? So this is our first challenge, holiday songs. It's the holiday season. Let's think of all those songs that we used to hear when we used to spend the day in the mall. Remember when we used to go to the mall? Not this year. Okay, so let's have some fun. I'm going to bring this down just a little. I think it's a little fast. Here we go. Okay, timer's on. Holiday songs. Working on balance also. You don't lose your form just because you're thinking of songs. Full extension. Touch those toes. And there's your time. How'd you do? Were you able to come up with enough songs? There's certainly plenty of them, right? All right, come on up. The next thing we're going to do is that chair, getting in and out of the chair, lifting one leg. I want just when you come up, it doesn't matter what leg or whatever, just the lifting, just right here. Come up with a holiday food, something that people generally eat during the holidays. It doesn't have to be only food that you eat in the holidays, but something that's more holiday food-ish. So peanut butter and jelly is not going to make it unless that's a traditional food that you eat during your holiday. So if you can't think of anything, think about maybe when you went to some friend's house or what the restaurants will generally serve this time of year for the holidays, okay? You should be able to come up with a bunch. All right, so you're going to sit with one knee, legs in front. When you stand right here, think of one and then have a seat. But don't stop thinking about pulling your belly in. Don't stop thinking about full range of motion overhead. Don't stop thinking about your balance. I hope you're not going as fast as I am because I've run out of food already. If you slow down, maybe you'll still think of some. All right, there it is. Actually, I cheated a little. Maybe you did too. I thought of like 5 different soups, just soups that I have during the holidays. Pumpkin soup, butternut scotch, all these soups that we have during the holidays, and helped that part go a lot quicker. All right, so the next exercise we're going to do are those plyometric push-ups on the chair or on the floor, on the wall, your choice. Stay at whatever works for you. Remember, this is all about landing softly and pushing away. It's all about learning, reminding, and training your brain to land safely. And what are we going to do? What's our challenge? What's our challenge? Okay, we're going to start at 100 and just minus 3. So 197. And just keep taking away 3. Each time you land and push away, another number. Starting at 100. All right, here we go. Get in your position. You in position? All right, floor, wall, whatever. I'm going to put this back on the floor to save my knees. And I'm pushing. Woo! Like me, I'm really bad at math. You may have to slow this down. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. my way. Move the chair. Let's squats are next. What are we going to do for squats? Okay, for squats, you must know this song, The 12 Days of Christmas, My True Love Sent to Me. Okay? See if you can come up with all 12. Every time you come back here, legs together, come up with one of them. So it's front, squat, come back down to the middle, and here's a gift of Christmas from that song. If you don't know the song, think of gifts that people give for Christmas. That's not really what the song, except for maybe the 5 golden rings. Lords of Leaping, I haven't received one of those ever. So anyway, come up with the ones that you remember. See if you can, they don't have to be in order. Just the 12 Days of Christmas. My true love. My true love. Okay? Nice and wide, nice and deep, nice and deep. Bring those arms in front if you need it to help you. Bring that chair next to you to keep your balance, or do them over by the wall. That's not cheating, that's being safe and smart. That you're breathing out and in. You're not holding your breath. And there's your time. Good, nice job. All right. We've got those roll-ups coming up. I'm going to bring my weight back. Use my weight again this time. Trying to get from one side to the other, crossing the body. For this one, why don't you let's come up with other holidays, not just Christmas. Or the holidays that you spend, that you celebrate this time of year, although you can use those to begin with. But every time you roll up, think of another holiday. See if you can come up. I mean, if you're not forced to, you can probably come up with 50 of them. But it's really fun when, when you're under pressure, how suddenly your mind just goes crazy. Can't think of anything. So let's see if that happens to you, okay? Here we go. Yep. Yeah. Woo! How we doing? You thinking of enough? Have you got them? There's your time. All right, nice work. Come on up, leg in front, and up. Good. All right, so our last exercise is the skipping. There's nothing to think about except getting your heart rate up and using those arms. So come on, let's have fun. It's our last round. Okay, I'm going to bring this up. Start our music. Between the trees and in the sky, I'm gonna leave my world flying high now. Swing those arms, have some fun. It's our last 50 seconds. Here's your chance to blow it out.
Let's go.
Walk it up. Great job. Walk it off. Get that heart rate down. All right. Walk it off. Get your heart rate down. Grab some water. Work on that heart rate, slow, deep inhale, slow exhale. Come on, join me, let's do it a few more times. One last time. All right. I'm not down completely, but I'm at least under where I was before, and you can hear my speaking. I'm not speaking as labored anymore. That's what we're looking for when I say cool down. I want to make sure that you're not still talking like this. You should not be talking like that. You should be kind of talking more normally, more naturally. All right, so the last part we're going to work on is balance. I'd like you to do this next to the floor, next to a wall rather. Next to the floor is good, next to the floor. Or have a chair nearby, because we're working on balance. The first exercise, I'm going to bring this over here. We're going to start off. Your right leg is on the outside. Your left leg, we're going to start totally on the left leg. All your weight is on that left leg. Your head is up, your chest is up. Range of motions. We're working, making sure that your hips, your shoulders are directly underneath your hips, and your head is up here. We want to avoid this. This is going to throw our balance off immediately. Just throw it right off. You cannot stand on one leg if your body weight is here. You're going to fall forward or lean forward. Right up here. So let's put all that weight right onto that left leg. We're going to stay right here. Notice I'm on my toe. I'm going to try to lift that leg off the floor. I'm holding on the first time so I understand what to do. Holding on that first time. You don't have to hold on tight. Just lean on it if you want to, or one finger, just for balance. All right, so we're going to start off in a bent position. Let's go to a fully extended kick. Now for some of you, this is it. This is where you stay. Bend and drop. Up, fully extended, bend, and drop. And for some of you, we're going to finish the exercise or continue with the exercise, I mean to say, because that's a great full exercise. You're not cutting any corners there. The next part of it, if you want to continue, bend, kick would be a circle around, full extension behind you, and lean into it so that you're leaning forward with your leg behind you, and bring it down. Up, kick, around, extend. All right, let's do that together. Or up, kick, while I'm saying around, extend, you're holding it, bend. And when I say extend, actually, bend again and drop. So I'm going to do my first two with the circle, and I'm going to do my without the circle, and the last three with the circle. So join me either way. I'm going to say the circle, but I'm not going to do it. First two, I'm saying it but not doing it, and then I'm going to join you for those of you that are doing it. So here we go. Join me. Bend, kick, circle, around, extend, and drop. Bend, kick, circle, around, extend, and drop. Bend, kick, circle, around, extend, and drop. Bend, kick, circle, around, extend, drop. One more. Bend, kick. I'm changing your weight distribution. That's why this is so hard. Extend and drop. All right, let's take it on the other side. What a surprise, one side is going to be better than the other. Who knew? Okay, nothing changes except the leg that you're standing on. We're working on changing that weight distribution as you move that leg around you, or even just from a bent position to extended position. You're shifting your weight. That's what we're training the belly, we're training all the senses in your brain and in your body to respond to that weight shift without falling. Balance. All right, so here we go. All your weight is over on this leg. Your leg is not bent, it's soft, but not still, not stiff. We're going to start with bend, extend, around, extend, and drop. Bend, kick, around, extend, and drop. Bend, kick, around, extend, and drop. 2 more. Bend, kick, around, extend, and drop. Last time. Bend, kick, around, extend, and drop. Great job. Nice work. This is something you don't have to wait for me to show you or to do with you now that I've shown it to you. This is something you can do all the time on your own. This is something you don't have to do every other day. It's not like weights or something. You can do this even more than once a day. You can just do this whenever you think to do it. It's a great exercise. All right, the next exercise, I'd like you to have a chair or do this near the wall for safety. We're going to do the tight rope walk. So I want you to think about there being a very, very small, thin line, and you're going to go heel to toe right here, heel to toe, and just walk. So that's what we're doing, okay? We're walking heel to toe, your head is up. Try not to look down, that's going to throw your weight up. And then once you get to the end, here comes the really fun part, which is why you need the wall. You're going to go backwards, heel to toe, toe to heel. Now, there is a modification, because this is something that really does take some training. So the modification is a wider step. You're not heel to toe, but it's just as difficult. It's just as challenging. You're going to take that leg and bring it directly heel toe in front, directly in front, not out to the side. Directly in front, heel toe. Keep that wall next to you for balance, for stability and safety. And then you're going to take that leg and try to get it right behind you. Take it right behind you without dropping your head or shifting your weight, okay? So let's do this a few times. Stay at your pace. I'm going to put some music on just so that I don't have to tell you which leg to use or whatever. Just concentrate on your own work. And let's just do this a few times. All right. My head, shoulders, chest, hips, everything is in a line. Everything is up, standing nice and tall. Good. Now I'm going to go back. You don't have to be going back yet, depending on where you are in the room. Think hard. Concentrate. Pull your belly tight. Let all those senses that are telling you where your body is, let all those senses kick in. Sounds like it should be so easy to do. Not, right? Especially backwards. But guess what? In our life, in functional life, we have to walk forwards and backwards. So we need to work on all of those motions and movements. You can take it a little faster if you want to. Challenge yourself in lots of different ways. Be surprised which is easier and which is harder. Everyone is different depending on where you are. All right, nice job. I'm going to turn the music off, hopefully. Yes, I am. All right, grab hold of that chair as long as it's near you, and let's just stretch out and cool down. We're going to start off with the quadriceps. We did a lot of work with those quads, so let's grab hold of one toe and bring that knee to the floor and just gently stretch it out. That knee is behind you. You're standing tall, you're not bending from the hips, you're standing tall, lengthening all these muscles. If you find you end up in cramp or you can't reach your toe, that's okay. You can still exercise and stretch this muscle out by leaning just gently forward, putting your weight on the chair instead of on your legs, and lengthening, stretching this leg. You'll feel it right here. It's the same stretch. It's just done differently. I love this stretch. So just hold it here, and let's just say the word ooh for about 10 seconds more. Here we go. Ooh. Nice. All right. Now we're going to just switch legs. And again, you can either grab from behind and push that knee down. Hold it right here. You're standing tall. Same arm, same leg. Pushing those hips forward, bringing that knee toward your other knee and facing the floor. Or You can take that leg, bring it behind. All your weight is not on that leg, but you're bending and feeling a nice lengthening here. And let's say ooh once again. Together. Ooh. And release. Great job. All right, continuing on, you can use your chair or stand. We're going to stretch out the glutes. By the way, if you're not familiar with this ooh, ah, all this kind of holding the note singing, by holding the note, you're actually working on vocal strength, and it's another symptom of Parkinson's that some people experience. Their vocal strength becomes weaker and weaker. So by holding a note, by singing, by using those different vowel sounds, up in, higher sounds and lower sounds, you're really strengthening your vocal ability. So that's why we do it. I like to do it in this class at the very end. In some of my classes, I do it throughout the class. All right, so we're going to take that right leg and cross it over either at the knee or at the ankle. Anywhere down that on your shin, anywhere that's comfortable for you, we're going to push that leg gently. Just think about bringing that knee out to the side, leaning forward. You can lean down. I'm not a fan of leaning down because I think it puts stress, I know it does, on my back. I don't want to stress my back. I want to stress and use my glute here. I want to stretch my glute. So I'm going to lift that knee up here. I'm going to say ah with a wide open mouth using my vocal strength. And here we go together. Good. All right. That should have felt nice and relieving on those glutes. Let's switch legs. Now again, you can go up here. While I'm talking, you're stretching. You can bring your leg over here on your ankle, on your knee, or bring it down by your ankle, or anywhere on the shin. The knee faces out to the side. You're leaning gently forward. If you'd like to, you can really stretch into it, but that's really up to you. And we said let's say again. Good. All right, let's stay seated. If you are, otherwise stay standing. It doesn't matter. We're going to take those arms all the way out to the side. We're going to open up the chest and shoulders from all those push-ups, all those planks and push-ups. The arms are forward. Let's open them up. Open up the chest and shoulders. Let's open up all those muscles, the rib cage. Nice deep breath in, and this time we're going to say la. Ready? La. Good. All right, that feels great, doesn't it? All right, we're going to continue and just reverse that stretch. Drop your chin to your chest. Pull gently away. Don't take your whole body with you. Just pull from your upper back, your shoulders and upper back. Release those muscles, all that tension in your neck, leaning forward. And let's say ooh, because this feels good, okay? Ooh. All right. Roll your shoulders back, roll your shoulders forward, roll both shoulders together, open up those arms nice and big. Let's stand up for the last part of our stretch. Standing nice and tall, arms overhead, a full body reach, lengthening your legs. Feel a contraction in every muscle in your body. Feel your legs lengthening, pulling up, lifting. Feel your arms and your chest and your shoulders. Feel your fingers opening up. Everything is reaching as high and as long as you possibly can. Deep breath in. Bring it up a little higher. Deep breath in. A little higher, just a little higher. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Drop your shoulders. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Relax your body. Give a little wiggle. Get it all out. We're going to drop those arms to the side because we are done. We're just going to end with a big yay. Ready? Join me. Yay! All right, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for putting in all that hard work. I'm so glad you joined me. It was a fun workout. I hope you had fun too. Please remember that December is our Give It Back or Give It Forward month. We started a few weeks ago on Giving Tuesday, and we'll be going till the end of the year. If you have not made a donation yet, we would really appreciate anything you can offer. Remember, small donations do add up, and it all helps. So no donation is too small, And of course, no donation is too big. We will accept anything. You can donate by hitting that little button on the top. It's a little heart for donating. You can go to our YouTube channel, and there's a place to give there. You can go to our website. There's a place to give. You don't have to give money. We also have other types of donations you can give. We're looking for car donations. We're looking for stocks, and there's all kinds of other ways. Please contact us if you have any questions about any of that. We'd be happy to help you. This is our last class for the year. We're going to take 2 weeks off, and then I will see you again in the new year. I want to wish you all a very safe, happy, and healthy holiday season, and I look forward to joining you and exercising with you next year. Thank you so much. Stay safe.